While you're young, never be afraid to try, you won't regret it. Hi, welcome to the Self Up. This time, I want to talk about Elon Musk, the 21st century inventor and billionaire who has been dubbed the real-life Iron Man. Elon has been called the Thomas Alva Edison of the 21st century. He is the inventor of many things that have changed the world. Some of his inventions include Tesla electric cars, SpaceX space rockets, Solar City solar panels, and many more. I admire Elon's persistence in never giving up and not being afraid to fail, despite being rich, broke, and back to being a billionaire. All these stages he went through to produce the work he loves, to be able to contribute positively to humanity. Elon's passion as an inventor goes back a long way. His father was an engineer, and his mother was a model. As a child, Elon often daydreamed about inventions in the world, so much so that his parents and doctors asked him to take a hearing test. When his parents divorced when he was 10 years old, Elon became interested in computers. He learned by himself how to program, and when he was 12 years old, he sold his first computer game called Ballstar. In 1995, Elon and his brother founded their first company, Zip2 Corporation. This was a company that provided digital city guides and sold its services to newspaper websites such as the New York Times and the Chicago Tribune. Later in 1999, Zip2 Corporation was sold and Elon used the money to start a new company, X.com, an online financial services or payment company. This was the company that became the forerunner of PayPal. As PayPal grew rapidly, it was sold to eBay and made Elon a billionaire. From there, Elon had enough money to innovate even more boldly. His next companies were SpaceX and then Tesla. Those are the two companies that made Elon very well known to the public. Elon is a living example. When you try to do things differently, you can be labeled crazy or even opposed by many people. When Elon started the mission to Mars, astronaut Neil Armstrong rejected the idea of privatizing space. In fact, his dream of going to space is also because these astronauts have previously set foot on the moon. Of course, it's a difficult thing to have your idol reject your idea when you want to make changes to fly to space. The same reaction came from his closest friend. At the time, his friend was always sending Elon videos of failed rockets. Just because he didn't want Elon to lose his money just to do something that was difficult to realize. Then in 2006, SpaceX launched its first rocket and it failed. They found out what went wrong and tried to fix it. A year later, SpaceX launched its second rocket and failed again. By then, they were almost successful. In 2008, SpaceX launched its third rocket and failed again. Finally, on the fourth attempt, the Falcon 1 rocket successfully flew into space. It was a historic moment for Elon and SpaceX. The message of this story is, you won't learn anything from success, but you will learn a lot from failure. There's something interesting about Elon's advice for young people. While you're young and have no dependents, dare to take risks. Because as you get older, it's possible that your dependence will increase. You get married, you have kids. At that time, when you take a risk, you are not only putting yourself at risk, but also your partner and your children. That's why, as you get older, you become more conservative. You tend not to take high risks. So, when you don't have any dependents, Elon suggests you take a risk and do something big for yourself. You won't regret it. The most important thing is that it's something you love. Remember, no matter how good you are at what you do, there's a chance you'll fail. In 2008, during the financial crisis, it was the worst year for Elon. He was almost bankrupt, as Tesla was losing money constantly, and SpaceX was having problems launching its rockets. That year, Elon also divorced his first wife. Luckily, at the end of 2008 there was happy news. SpaceX got a $1.5 billion contract with NASA and Tesla got a new investor. Your love for what you do will keep you going through the tough times until you finally make it through. There are a few tips for becoming a successful entrepreneur from Elon. First, if you really love what you do, you must be ready to work hard to make it happen. Elon tells the story of when he started Zip2 Corporation with his brother. At that time he didn't rent an apartment. It was just a small office and they slept on the sofa. They only had one computer and the website was up from morning to noon. Then Elon would code at night. This cycle continued every day. It's as simple as this: if someone else works 50 hours a week, you work 100 hours a week. Then, you will produce far more results than anyone else. Second, find great people. For Elon, a company is a group of people who together create a product or service. So, the success of the company depends on how hardworking and smart the employees are. Besides that, you also have to be able to direct them to the one right goal. Many companies like to get confused in the middle of the path. They spend money on things that don't make the product better. Elon gave an example like this. Tesla never spends money on advertising. It puts its money into product research and development, production, and product design. Elon tries to make the best electric car. Understandably, when Tesla was first founded, people's views on electric cars were much different. At that time, electric cars were poorly designed and slow. So, when Elon created an electric sports car, it changed everything. Don't be afraid to try new things and be different from others. History will prove what you believe can be realized in the future. Please comment in the comments column what lessons you learned when you found out this information. Thanks for watching and being a part of the Self-Up community. If there's a specific book or subject you're curious about, drop a comment below. Remember to subscribe and turn on notifications for more videos on books, motivation, and self-development. Keep growing, and I'll see you next time.